and your Bob Jones University Bruins. At this time, we ask you to please stand for a word of prayer, followed by our national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be performed by Tim Bollinger. Tim is a BJU ministerial graduate from the School of Religion with a minor in music and was a member of Pi Gamma Delta. A Philadelphia native, Tim has sang the national anthem for the MLB, NFL, and MLS, and we are blessed to have him here tonight. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for bringing everyone here safely, especially those coming from Florida. Help everyone to stay safe in today's game. Congrats to the coaches and the players. Be with us here tonight and help us have a good time. In Jesus' name, amen. And now, it's time to meet your Bob Jones University Bruins starting lineup. At guard, number 3, Catherine Steeble. At guard, number 13, Eddie Miller. At forward, number 20, Ainsley Hudson. At guard, number 25, Priya Dickinson. And at forward, number 31, Shay Dickinson.
Well, we are ready to go here from the Davis Fieldhouse on the campus of Bob Jones University. It's just about tip-off time as the Bob Jones University Bruins welcome rival Pensacola Christian College to the Davis Fieldhouse. These two teams are no strangers to one another, and we are in for a good South Region matchup here tonight. Johnny Gammon giving you the call here as the Bruins come into this one winners of 3 of their last 4. Unfortunately, had their 3-game winning streak snapped earlier this week as they fell to Toccoa Falls College right here in the Fieldhouse, 65-59. Pensacola has been on a hot streak, winning 12 of their last 13. Bruins hoping they can snap a versus streak right now as Pensacola has won the last 3 matchups, including all 3 in the contest last year. You heard the starting lineups just moments ago from TJ Goldsmith, our PA announcer. That one off the mark as Ainsley Hutton had it inside and not able to finish in the lane. Starters for the Bruins, Catherine Skibo, the guard out of Atlanta, Georgia. It's Annie Miller at the guard position, and then Ainsley Hutton, Bria Dickinson, and Shay Dickinson are the starting five for BJU. Bruins in their black alternate home uniforms going right to left. Pensacola in the blue unis going left to right on your webcast screen. That shot misses. Hutton able to pull it down. And the scramble for it. I think we're going to have a jump ball here. And it will go back to Pensacola. And as I mentioned, Pensacola just on fire of late, winning 12 of 13. As a matter of fact, before their loss to Payne College on January 11th, they had not lost since November. So Coach Seller's team always very well coached. Of course, this is a team that won the national championship a couple of seasons ago. And once again look to be a powerhouse in the South region. And it really, the last, as history would tell us, the last 2 or 3 seasons, it has come down to these two teams. So they play once in Greenville and once in Pensacola, and then normally somehow find each other in the South region tournament as well. That's a turnover by the Bruins here early. And Pensacola will take back over. This is Menser. Up top, met by Hutton. Back across to Torres. Now swing pass. Drives to her right. Now back outside to Phelps. A little inside-out game and another turnover. So both teams maybe with some early game jitters here as some turnovers early on. It'll go back to the Bruins. Eagles applying that full court pressure as Annie Miller gets the ball in the inbound inside to Dickinson. Shay Dickinson driving through the lane, tried to go up off glass, no good. Hutton chases it down and bats it back. Skibo from the corner. And bouncing around, not going to go. Eagles will pull in the rebound. Menser racing the other way, pushes it ahead. Now gets it back, swing pass across the top of the key. Now back down in the corner, 3-ball on the way for Marquise, and she is able to knock it down as it's a 5-point lead for the Eagles early on, but another foul going to be called here in the early stages. That's the second team foul. First foul going to be called on Kristen Menser, senior out of Chester, Virginia. One taken away. Menser takes the mid-range jumper and gets it to go. It's a 7-point advantage here for the Eagles early on, and if you're Coach LeVere, this is not how you want to start a game. And we're going to have another foul called here. So it's kind of a catch-22. Bruins down 7-0 right now, but also the Eagles have picked up 3 fouls in the first 2 minutes of the game here. Driving through the lane, using the left hand, and getting it to go is Bria Dickinson. That's the first points of the afternoon for the Bruins. And we're going to have a travel call here. Bruins will get it back here as it's 7-2 early on here in quarter number 1. First of back-to-back contests here tonight. Want to welcome the alumni who are tuning in as it's alumni night here at Bob Jones University in the Fieldhouse. If you're eating dinner watching this webcast here in the upstate, we'd love to have you for the men's game starting at around 7 o'clock. That's when the tip-off should happen, barring no double overtime games or something like that. Yeah, we're going to have a carry. It's going to go back to the Bruins here. 7-2 is our score. And again, both teams really with some turnovers that, you know, both of these squads are going to want back. Annie Miller Hands this one off to Dickinson. Dickinson, the leader in points for the Bruins, averaging just over 11 a game. Ainsley Hutton from the outside. She'll knock it down. And it's back to a one-possession game. Ainsley Hutton getting on the board. Swing pass in the corner, and that was what looked like a clean poke from behind by Annie Miller, but ref was absolutely much closer than I was in that one. Probably got a little bit of arm there. That'll be the first one on Annie Miller. First team foul as well. Our apologies. I'm not sure if you see this on your webcast screen. The reason it's a little bit brighter is the sun is going down on the other side of the building, and just for a brief about 5 to 7 minute window at this time of the day, at this time of the year, you get that direct sunlight coming into the Davis Fieldhouse. So apologies if that is hampering your webcast screen, but give us about 10 minutes and that'll go away. Ainsley Hutton getting in the corner once again. Little pump fake. Back around, outside, Annie Miller. Thought about a three there for a second. Drops it off for Ainsley Hutton. And we're going to have I believe we're going to have a charging call here. It is going to be a charge on Annie Miller. Miller had driven through the lane and dropped it off for Ainsley Hutton with a beautiful pass, but good job of the Eagle defender to plant and absorb the contact. And that will be the second foul on Annie Miller, so she's going to take a seat. Coming into the game for the Bruins is Anna Lane Wilder, who sees her first action of the contest. Driving through the lane for an easy bucket is Leah Phelps. And good trap that time by the Eagles. Bruins get it back as Dickinson driving around. And we are going to have a foul called here. I'm not sure on who, because we don't see it on the scoreboard yet. Dickinson will inbound to Wilder. So I'm not sure what that whistle was. Dickinson trying to go through the lane. That's going to go off of Jenna Wolford, and that will remain Bruins ball. 5:29 to go here in the opening quarter. Bruins trailing 9-5 in the next chapter of this rivalry. And a reminder, the two men's squads will face off at the conclusion of this game. Gives about 25 to 30 minutes between the two, and we'll be back underway here from the Fieldhouse. Dickinson through the lane. A lot of contact, and they're going to call a charge on that one. And Coach Levere not happy about that one, and I agree with him. They have got to be planted, and you had a player that was going for the block, so I don't know how you can be planted and still try to block. But in any case, it's going to be another foul. Credited to the Bruins, 3 for each team now as Dickinson picks up her first jump shot off the glass. And that one goes. Sky Boyd getting her first points of the contest. Dickinson loops this one in the corner for Wilder. Up top to Dickinson. Thought about a shot there for a second. Over to Ainsley Hutton. Back to Dickinson. Shea Dickinson taking the shot. That one off the back iron, no good. Beth Clark looks like she'll be ready to come into the game here momentarily. Actually, we have a Eagles player that is limping off the court. It looks like Jenna Wolford. Not sure if there was a hamstring pull or something, but she was gingerly walking with that left leg. Definitely tender on that side. 4:46 remaining in this first quarter. 11-5. Bruins timeout. Back underway here from the Fieldhouse. Bruins trailing 11-5 here in quarter number 1. John again bringing to the action here. Bruins trying to get back on track. They have won 3 of their last 4, but unfortunately fell on Tuesday right here in the Fieldhouse to Toccoa Falls College. Bruins in the midst of a bit of a homestand here. Of course, have tonight and then 3 more home games coming up. 1 tomorrow and then 2 next week before we hit the final stretch of the season. Skibo from the corner. Got it! Catherine Skibo knocking it down from the corner. Back to a 5-point game, 13-8. And back come the Eagles. Getting this one off the glass is Sky Boyd. And that soft touch adds to her point total. It's now 15-8. Eagles again back into that full court pressure. Tabora coming back the other way. Beth Clark, great pass inside. Unfortunately, Tabora not able to finish it. Especially in a game that you know from a history perspective normally is very close. Sometimes those buckets can come back to haunt you. Beth Clark picks up her dribble at the elbow. Now back to Ainsley Hutton. Drives to her right. Back in the corner. Wilder will take the 3. Too strong. Hutton trying to get the offensive rebound. It's secured by the Eagles instead. They're nearing the 3-minute mark here in quarter number 1. Top of the key jump shot. That one off the back iron, and Skibo pulls down the rebound. Clark back to Wilder. A couple more subs. Looking to come back in for the Bruins. Beth Clark, 3-pointer from the corner. That one's short, and it's going to go in anyways. That's what you call a home court bounce right there. Bouncing all around the rim. But the thing about it, folks, is on the stat sheet, it's just going to show a made 3-point field goal. And it cuts the Bruins' deficit back to 4 points, 15-11. With just over 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. That one's short. Tabora grabs the rebound. Beth Clark pushing it in transition. Little hesitation. Finds Wilder in the corner. She'll take the 3 again. And back-to-back trays for the Bruins. And it's a 1-point game. We've seen this team catch fire. And I know in talking to the coaching staff and the players, they think every game's important, but both of these teams circle this one on the calendar a little bit darker. You know the importance of this rivalry between these two programs. As Kirsten Menser knocks down the 3, back to it's going to be a 2, back to a 3-point game. Wilder, no good. Hutton pulls down the offensive rebound. Back to Clark, 3-point shot away. That one's short. And back come the Eagles. And Coach Sellers going to call a timeout here with 1:13 remaining here in quarter number 1. We'll take a timeout as well. Registration is now open for 2024 Bruins summer camps. Take your game to the next level and learn from our Bruins and coaches and players. You can sign up today to take advantage of early bird pricing. Visit bjubruins.com/camps for more information. We're back underway here, and that's going to be a travel violation actually on Jenna Wolford, or excuse me, Leah Phelps. A lot of times the officials are going to call it when you take that initial first step without putting the ball on the floor. Beth Clark swarmed at the half-court line. Annie Miller, cross-court pass over to Wilder. She'll take the three, in and out. Dickinson not able to secure the offensive rebound, and back come the Eagles. Still a one-possession game, 17-14. Three from the corner. No good. Wilder hands this one off to Annie Miller. Hands it back to Dickinson. Driving inside, back outside. Wilder the three. Off the front iron, no good. Phelps with a 2-on-1. And that's going to stay Eagles' possession here with just 9 seconds remaining in quarter number one. Beth Clark setting this one ahead. Annie Miller up off the glass, not able to convert. Back to Dickinson. She goes off the glass, and she can't make it either. And again, in close. The Bruins with several chances there in the final seconds to maybe cut this one to a one-point game. And instead, they're going to end the first quarter with our score 17-14. Coach LeVere wanting some clarification on that one. He thought there was a lot of contact, but the Bruins, again, trailing 17-14 after quarter number one. Stay with us. Got a lot more basketball coming up.
Registration is now open for the 2024 Bruins Summer Camp. Take the game to the next level and learn from Bruins coaches and players. Set up today to take advantage of early bird pricing. Visit BJUBruins.com/camp for more info.
Underway for quarter number two here from the Davis Fieldhouse. Bruins trailing 17-14 against rival Pensacola. Bruins had a couple of mistakes in that first quarter. You know, Coach LeVere and the coaching staff going to be talking to the team about that one, particularly some shots missed in close, including the last possession of that first quarter. You had Annie Miller on a fast break, couldn't convert on the layup. Shea Dickinson gets the rebound. She couldn't make it in close. And again, as I said earlier on, when you have a game that is likely going to come down to single digits, as history would tell us between these two teams, those baskets can matter that much more later on. Three-pointer from the outside, no good. Dickinson able to sky for the rebound. Annie Miller coming back the other way. Tabora gets the offensive rebound. That one doesn't go. And now the Eagles pull down the rebound. This is Torres. Top of the key. Wolford. Back across. Three-pointer on the way. And good. Kylie Marcus is able to knock down the tray and increase the lead 20-14. Beth Clark, and you got to credit the Eagles defense. They have been tenacious in not allowing the Bruins a lot of space and really just being right up in the grill almost full court, and that is, as a former player myself, it's a frustrating defense to have to play against because you feel like you don't get much of a break for a majority of the game. But it also has cost the Eagles as they picked up some quick fouls, and already some quick fouls early on here in the second quarter. No real foul trouble for either squad, but you got to think later on in this game those fouls might play a factor. Annie Miller, top of the key, three, and she knocks it down. Bruins. They are keeping it close and within striking distance. The Eagles have led for the entirety of the game. They started out with a 7-0 run before the Bruins were able to fight their way back, and this is going to be an offensive foul.
That foul's number 20, Kylie Marcus, her second, team second. Bruins ball out of bounds.
Annie Miller. This one up and in. Now poked away by Miller, and Wolford going to chase it down. Back to a 1-point game here with just over 7 minutes to go in the first half. As this one poked away, and it'll stay Eagles possession. The Bruins bench wanting it to go off of they thought it went off of the Eagles player last, but it will be PCC ball. Taking it out is Kirsten Menser. A substitution coming in for the Eagles. Phelps thought about a three there for a second. She'll take the mid-range jumper instead. No good. Hutton the rebound. Annie Miller been a spark plug for the Bruins last couple of possessions. Now back to Hutton through the lane. Shot from Dickinson on the outside. No good. Torres the rebound. And we're going to have a foul called here. I believe that is on Dickinson.
That foul's number 25, Bria Dickinson, her second, team first. Checking back here for the Bruins, number 3, Catherine Skiba.
Jump shot is good. Knocking it down is Sky Boyd. Didn't get the start, but really being an impact player for the Eagles off the bench. That's 6 points for her. And I believe this is going to stay Bruins possession here. Still a close game, 22-19. Get a reminder, these Lady Bruins will be back in action tomorrow at the Davis Fieldhouse as they welcome New College of Florida in a first ever matchup between these two programs. It's a 12 o'clock tip-off. It'll be a back-to-back matchup again tomorrow. At 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Ainsley Hutton with the three, no good. Dickinson, and they're going to call a travel.
Eagles ball.
So another turnover for the Bruins. It'll go back to the Eagles. Again, you know Coach Levere at the halftime break is going to be talking to his players about simple mistakes, traveling turnovers, shots in close that you should be making. Again, could be the difference maker in the late stages of the game. Dickinson pushing it in transition. Little hesitation at the top of the key. Back to Wilder from the corner. In and out. Good to see Wolford back in the game for the Eagles as she went out with It looked like a little bit of a hamstring injury or something. Torres gets the offensive rebound and put back. And she'll go to the line for one more. Ainsley Hutton. Thought there was some contact there, and instead they're going to call just an out of bounds as she has stepped out of bounds. And so it'll go back to the Eagles 25-19 with just over 5 minutes remaining here in the opening half. Menser. Hesitation through the lane. Torres gets the offensive rebound and the offensive putback. And again, right back into that full court pressure. And we're going to have a timeout, I believe, called by Coach Lavier to talk things over. The Eagles in a little bit of a run, 27-19 to quarter number 2. Stay with us. FCI Agency is an insurance broker that provides auto, home, life, and business insurance. You have enough choices to make, so make one that always gets you the best rate. Check them out online at fcisc.com. Cambria Hotel of Greenville is the official hotel of your BJU Bruins. They're located just off Woodruff Road. Cambria is a brand new hotel offering great amenities at a beautiful new facility. You can book your next stay online at choicehotels.com. Back underway here in quarter number 2, 4:45 remaining here in the first half. Bruins have an 8-point deficit they are trying to overcome. They have cut it to a 1-point game twice here in this first half, but have yet to be able to take the lead. And credit Pensacola again, particularly on the defensive effort. The Bruins have been knocking at the door, but have yet to be able to burst through it. Dickinson from 3 and knocks it down. And this is what we've seen several times this first half. Bruins get into a little bit of a hole and then are able to start digging themselves out of it. Good shot that time by Dickinson as she cuts the lead back to 5. Torres. This one off to Boyd, back to Wolford. Through the lane, now back to Torres. Jump shot mid-range, no good, but little foul from behind. And that is going to be on Catherine Skibo, her first, team third.
21, Monse Torres at the line for the Eagles, shooting 2.
Torres at the line shooting 2. She misses the first. Second one upcoming. That one not good as well, so Bruins dodging a bullet on that one as Ainsley Hutton pulls down the rebound. And again, that high-pressure man-to-man defense by Pensacola has really forced the Bruins to have to be more creative in the passing game. as the times they've tried to dribble through it have resulted in several turnovers, but credit the Bruins again. They've really been carving through that defense the last couple of possessions in particular, whereas they struggled a little bit as the game began with that pressure. Dickinson, top of the key, over to Wilder. Little hesitation back to Hutton. Hutton hands this one off to Skibo. 7 on the shot clock. Dickinson. Back to the top of the key. Skibo takes the 3 off the back iron, no good. And the Eagles secure the rebound. That's Sky Boyd with another board. Poked away. Hutton now coming back in transition. Kind of a 1-on-3, and she tripped and fell. Boyd coming back the other way, and we're going to have a foul called, and Ainsley Hutton in some pain. She actually left the court. I'm not sure if she tweaked something on her knee or something like that, but kind of hit the floor after tripping and immediately turned and pointed over at the bench as if to signal that she was having trouble getting up, and then looks like she made her way back to the locker room. Certainly hope she's okay. (27-22) here in quarter number 2 as Boyd takes the second and knocks it down. 6-point game now, 28-22. Just over 3 minutes remaining in this first half. And we're going to have a reach-in call here. I believe this one's going to be on Phelps. It is Leah Phelps' second foul, third team foul.
Checking back in for the Eagles, number 2, Rachel Phelps.
Couple more subs checking in for both teams here. Annie Miller kicking this one out to Wilder from the corner. And Wilder knocks it down. Back to a one-possession game, 28-25. Under 3 to go here in this first half. Boyd, turnaround shot on the way, in and out. And Dickinson pulls down the rebound. 3 from Wilder again. This time not going to go. Torres gets the rebound, but Dickinson takes it away. And it's going to stay Bruins possession here. Good job by Shea Dickinson to pick up the loose ball. And even though she absorbs some contact, Bruins will get this one back with the opportunity to tie the game here with a 3 or cut it back to a 1-point game. Dickinson going to be fouled going up for the shot, and that will send her to the line for 2.
That foul is number 14, Jenna Wolford, her second.
That's going to be on Jenna Wolford, her first.
25, Rhea Dickinson at the line for the Bruins, shooting 2.
Well, they said it was on Wolford. I think that's Wolford's second. I think they had accidentally on the score table credited it to number 15, but the Eagles don't have a 15 on their roster. In any case, Dickinson makes 1 of 2, and it's a 2-point game, 28-26, as we near the end of this first half. Off the back iron, Skibo is able to pull down the rebound. Opportunity to tie or take the lead. Miller back to Dickinson for 3. That off the back iron, no good. Rachel Phelps hands this one off. Menser takes the 3, and just like that, Eagles coming up with big shot after big shot to keep this lead. It's 31-26. Miller back in the corner for Wilder. Seems to be her spot, and she knocks it down once again. Another big 3. Anna Lane Wilder. Corner 3 has been where the Bruins have found their groove. As this one blocked by Wilder. Annie Miller coming back the other way. 3-on-2. Back to Wilder outside. She'll take the corner three again. This time, no good. And it'll stay Bruins possession off the tip. 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining here in half number one. Annie Miller takes the three from the outside, no good. Dickinson tried to save it, but stepped on the line in the process. Going to go back to PCC. So poked away from Menser to begin with. And now Menser trying to get it back. Over to Phelps. She'll take the three from the corner and got it to go. 34-29. 45 seconds. Bruins can go for a 2-for-1 here. Dickinson. Back out to Annie Miller. Little hesitation. She slices through the key but has it poked away. Phelps coming back in transition over to Wolford in the corner, and she's not able to keep it in play. It'll go back to the Bruins. Shot clock is off. Bruins could potentially hold for the last shot if they want to. This possession, you just want to come away at least with a good shot and take some momentum into the locker room. Annie Miller with a crossover. That one up, no good. Got the crowd on its feet. Would have been louder if she were able to convert that one. Torres hands this one off to Wolford. Her shot on the way is too strong. Boyd tries the mid-range jumper, no good. And that buzzer will be how the first half will end. With our score at the break, Eagles 34, Bruins 29. Bruins with some opportunities to come back in this game, but have just not been able to get over the hump. They started the game down 7-0 after PCC stormed out of the gate. Had cut it back to a 1-point game twice in the first half, but find themselves trailing 5 points as we go into the halftime break. 34-29 here from the Davis Fieldhouse. We'll be back with second half action right after this. Stay with us.
John's got a head start right now. Oh, Gina right behind. Ooh, he's not shot a free throw in a long time, you can tell that. Who can make the free throw first? Box out by the dad. Oh, Gina plays some defense. That's a shot, good shot. Oh, he's starting to find his groove. Just low off. Who will make the free throw first? There it is. Right there. All he has to do is make the three now. Veteran alumni, stop by the alumni relations table in the upper lobby, enter to win a BJU Phoenix sweatshirt. The winner will be announced during the second half of this game. All alumni are eligible, but you must stop by the alumni relations table in the lobby to enter for free. Enter now.
We're back underway here from the Davis Fieldhouse of the campus of Bob Jones University as Bruins have a 34-29 deficit coming into the second half here. Johnny Gammett bringing you the call as the Bruins looking to get back on track after dropping a game to Toccoa Falls College earlier this week. Wolford takes the three from the outside, no good, and Dickinson secures the rebound. Shea Dickinson through the lane. Good footwork there, soft touch, and unfortunately it hits the front of the rim, and that has been a little bit of the story for the Bruins offense here, particularly that first half, is several missed opportunities for the team in close. And again, when you think about the score being a 5-point game right now, 34-29, would the Bruins have the lead with some of those in close baskets? No doubt Coach LeVere, the coaching staff, talking about that at the halftime break. It is good to see Ainsley Hutton back on the bench for the Bruins. As mentioned, she went off the court to the locker room with an apparent injury, but we'll see if she gets back into the contest here. We are going to have a foul. That went on Bria Dickinson, her third, team first. So that's the first real foul trouble for either one of these teams. With Dickinson having three now. Torres back outside. This is Phelps for three. And she'll knock it down. Biggest lead so far for PCC at 39-29. Wilder trying to cut into the deficit, and it goes off of the Bruins last, so it'll be PCC ball. Menser back to Torres, over to Wolford. Back to Phelps, another three-pointer from the outside, off the front iron, no good. Annie Miller handing this one off to Skibo, now back outside. Wilder takes another three. I don't have the stats here in front of me, but that's probably three number 9 or 10, I would think, for Wilder. She has just had the quick trigger for the Bruins and has knocked down several in that first half. Torres back outside to Wolford. Three-pointer on the way off the front iron. Phelps skies for the rebound. Mensick takes the mid-range jumper, I should say, Menser, and knocks it down. It's now a 12-point game. And high pressure once again. We're going to have a reach-in call here, I believe, on Phelps. And that's the first real foul danger for Pensacola as well, as that's Phelps' third. Which is team foul number 1 for the Eagles. And a reminder to stay tuned as the two men's schools from these programs will take the court at the conclusion of this one. And we'll get underway probably around 7:15-ish for a tip-off time. Dickinson, three-pointer from the corner, doesn't hit anything. And Torres chases it down. Torres hands this one off. Now in the corner for Phelps. That jumper on the way, no good, too strong. Miller trying to get this one ahead of Tabora. And it goes out of play. Beth Clark coming back in for the Bruins. This one ahead to Wolford. On the break, up off the glass, easy bucket for the Eagles as they continue to increase their lead. Largest lead of the game so far, 43-29. Tabora. Back outside to Wilder. A pump fake, now back to Annie Miller. She takes the three and hits it.
Timeout, Bruins.
Back to an 11-point game. Bruins will call timeout. We'll take one as well as the Bruins trailing by 11. Back underway here in the midway point of the third quarter. Eagles still with a double-digit advantage over BJU, 43-32. This three from the outside, no good, as Tabora gets the rebound. Annie Miller. Back to Wilder for three. Got it. Wilder cuts it back to an 8-point game. The Bruins have been able to cut it close, but have yet to have a lead in this game, and that's going to be
3-second violation.
a 3-second violation called on Torres. See if the Bruins can keep momentum here. Dickinson had that one poked away. Corner three. That one off the top of the backboard, no good. Back to Dickinson. Annie Miller. Floater on the way. Got it to drop. Down to a 6-point game, 43-37. That three, no good. Miller with a hesitation, back outside. Wilder will take the three, no good. Torres with the rebound. Ahead to Phelps. Eagles swinging it around the perimeter. That three is short by Menser. Back to Dickinson for three now. And that one no good. So a lid on the rim for both of these teams the last couple of possessions. Menser inside to Torres, now back outside to Phelps. Menser, corner three, no good. Miller Ahead to Beth Clark. Back across. Great pass that time, but Wilder not able to knock it down from the corner. And we're going to have a timeout called by the Eagles. 3:09 remaining in this third quarter. 43-37. Stay with us.
Hotel of Greenville is the official hotel for BJU Bruins. Located just off Butcher's Road, Camden is a brand new hotel offering great amenities and a beautiful facility. Book your next stay online at choicehotels.com.
We're back on our way here from the Davis Fieldhouse. Bruins trailing by 6 with 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Back to Phelps at the top of the key. Now over to Menser. And we're going to have a jump ball here as Shea Dickinson had pulled the ball away from Menser. Going through the lane. So that will be a turnover back to the Bruins. Annie Miller has this one poked away. Back come the Eagles. A 3-on-1 here. Back across to Menser, and she has an easy layup for 2. Beth Clark ahead to Annie Miller. Dickinson trying to get it back door to Wilder, and Wilder has that one poked away. Menser coming back for the Eagles. In the corner, that's Rachel Phelps. Dickinson gets the rebound. And we're going to have a travel here on Tabora.
Number 3, Catherine Skibo, and number 10, Julia Weigel.
Still an 8-point game here for the Bruins. Got some ground to make up. Three from the outside, rattles and drops as Leah Phelps able to knock it down. Back to a double-digit lead, 48-37. Miller takes the 3, that one's short, and it's going to stay Bruins ball. Julia Weigel has come in for the Bruins, seeing her first action of the contest. Inside to Tabora, back outside. Dickinson for 3, knocks it down. She's done that a lot of times over her career with the Bruins, and she had a wide open opportunity and took advantage of it that time. Back to an 8-point game, 48-40, with a minute to go here in the third quarter. Torres. Again, absorbing a lot of contact, and it will be a foul. And that'll send Torres to the line. The question is who it was on. It looks like it's on Tabora, her first. Team second.
Number 21, Montse Torres on the line, shooting 2.
Torres going to be at the line shooting 2, misses the first. Second one misses as well. Weigel the rebound. Inside to Tabora, back outside Miller. Over to Dickinson. Pump fakes driving through the lane. Floater on the way, no good. Under a minute to go here in quarter number 3. Boyd has this one popped away, and somehow it gets back to her grasp, and she's able to score. Make it 30 seconds remaining now. Dickinson, top of the key, 3, rattles and drops.
Dickinson for 3!
Shot clock is off. Eagles will hold for the last possession here. Boyd takes the corner 3, no good. Weigel the rebound. 4 on the clock. Annie Miller racing ahead. Gonna throw it up. Oh, almost went in. What an angle for Annie Miller as she went around 3 different defenders and kind of threw a baseball pass, and it went off the backboard and almost went in. That's going to do it for quarter number 3. We are headed to the 4th and final quarter. Bruins trailing 50-43. Stay with us. We have 1 quarter to go here. As we begin the 4th, Eagles on top 50-43. Johnny Gaiman bringing you the action here. Bruins with a 3-game losing streak against Pensacola, dropping all 3 matchups to the Eagles last year. Torres try to get this one back, and it's going to be out of bounds. Bruins ball off the turnover. Again, it's been several times this game where the Bruins have been able to claw their way back into it, and then it comes up short. There's another 3 as Catherine Skibo cuts it back to a 4-point game now, 50-46. Phelps tries to answer. That one off the back iron, no good. Annie Miller ran into Skibo, but thankfully kept the ball before traveling. Miller tried to go up on the layup and not going to go. Here come the Eagles. This one shot from the outside. That's Boyd knocking it down. Sky Boyd, I believe, with 9 points in the contest. Big 3 that time to stop the Bruins' momentum. Weigel gets it in the corner. That one no good. And it's going to stay Bruins' possession.
Checking for the Eagles before Kristen Benson and number 20, Kylie Market. Checking back in for Bruins, number 14, Adeline Wilder.
Annie Miller on the inbound. And to Tabora. Back to Weigel at the top of the key. Now back to Dickinson. Pump fake gets both defenders to jump. And then the fadeaway hook is not going to go. 53-46. Eagles continue to be on top. Menser trying the three. No good. Tabora gets the rebound. Ahead to Andy Miller. Now back to Weigel. Trying to go in the corner to Wilder.
Bruins ball.
It's tapped out of bounds, but it'll stay Bruins possession. Miller back outside. Weigel for three. Got it! Julia Weigel knocking it down. Back to a 4-point game now, 53-49. Bruins inching closer. Torres back to Menser. She'll take the three. Loose ball here. Eagles corral it. Torres back to the corner. Three-pointer on the way. Off the back iron, no good. Back inside. Good find that time by Kristen Menser as Torres with the easy layup. Stops the bleeding for now as they maintain a 6-point lead. And here's a steal. Eagles coming back the other way. And in and out. As Kylie Marquez absorbed the contact and used the left hand.
That fouls number 13, Andy
And that one did everything but drop.
Number 20, Kylie Marquez now the line for the Eagles, shooting 2.
Marquez will shoot 2 here. And free throws down the stretch are going to be that much more important as well. She knocks both of them down, back to an 8-point game. Eagles go right into some full court pressure. Pretty close to that 5-second violation. Miller back to Weigel. Tries to go inside to Wilder, but another turnover for the Bruins. Thought about a three there for a second. Now Menser back across. Inside to Torres. Good ball movement. And we're going to have a foul.
That foul number 31, Shane Dickinson, team second. Checking back in for Bruins. Number 3, Catherine Skibo.
Skibo coming back in for the Bruins.
Number 25, Sky Boy down the line for the Eagles, shooting 2.
That's Boyd knocking down the first. Opportunity to push this back out to a 10-point advantage. That one in and out. Dickinson has that one poked away. Gets it back. Trying to go inside to Tabora. Back outside to Annie Miller. Tabora trying to go back to Annie Miller. And again, the miscues from the Bruins down the stretch here are proving costly. With the narrow margin of error that the score represents, each possession down the stretch here is going to become that much more important. This one in the corner. Menser takes the three and buries it. Makes it a 12-point game in favor of the Eagles. Skibo had that one poked away initially, but she gets it back. Annie Miller regathers the dribble. Now back to Dickinson. Going through the lane, and I believe we have some extracurriculars going on here.
That foul's number 20, Kylie Marcus, her third, team first.
I believe that was a shooting foul.
Down the line, shooting 2 for the Bruins, number 25, Bria Dickinson.
Dickinson missing the first. Second one is on the way. That one no good. Tabora back outside. Skibo for three. Got it! The Bruins need to hold fast defensively now as Boyd comes back the other way. That quick three, no good. Annie Miller pushing it ahead in transition. Just over 5 to go in this one. Back to single digits. 61-52. Dickinson inside to Tabora. Back outside. Wilder three. Got it! Bruins coming alive here. 61-55. Still plenty of basketball left. Menser floats one. No good. Wilder trying to throw it out to Skibo, and Skibo wasn't looking. So the Eagles get it back. Torres, swing pass over to the near side. Now Torres from the top of the key, up and under and in. And that'll be a timeout called by PCC. Big basket for Montse Torres. That pushes the lead back up to 8. Stay with us, folks. 4:35 remaining. It's still anybody's ball game.
Bruins fans, check out the Bruins website for all the latest information on your BJU Bruins. There you'll be able to see results of games, feature stories on players and coaches, and so much more. That's BJUBruins.com.
4:35 remaining in this fourth quarter. Bruins trying to complete the comeback as they have had some big threes down the stretch here, but still find themselves trailing in the late stages of this game. Again, they have a 3-game losing streak against Pensacola, and they are hoping to snap that here tonight. Pensacola hoping to remain red hot, as I said, winning 12 of their last 13. Clark over to Miller. Got tripped initially, but good no call there. Tabora has that one tipped away. Beth Clark from the corner. Got it! As the shot clock was going down. Big time shot from Beth Clark. And it's back to a 5-point game now, 63-58. But again, the Eagles come right back with a clutch basket. So you got to credit Coach Seller's squad as they are refusing to back down despite momentum starting to swing into the Bruins' favor. Tabora through the lane, up off the glass, no good, but there will be a foul, so she'll go to the line.
That foul's number 21, Montse Torres, her first, team second. At the line, she gets you for the Bruins.
It's the first foul on Torres. She has played very well today, particularly that being her first foul of the contest, just the second team foul of the quarter for the Eagles. Torres able to pull down the rebound and now gets it ahead. Phelps. Marquise back to Boyd. Boyd up off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound, and that'll extend possession here. 3 from the outside. That doesn't hit anything. And we are going to have Montse Torres called for another foul here. The Bruins will take possession out of bounds here. 65-58 with 3 minutes to go. See if the Bruins can edge closer here. That's going to be poked away. Phelps didn't think she committed the foul. The ref sees otherwise, or says otherwise, and that will be the fourth on Leah Phelps. Lenny Miller has that one poked away initially. Too strong off the glass. And I believe we're going to have a blocking call, and that is the right call. Annie Miller got there just a second too late. And even though it looked like Phelps kind of initiated the contact, kind of jumping into the defender, when you get there that half a second too late, you're not going to get that call probably 9 times out of 10. Phelps hits the first. Pushes the lead back up to 8, 66-58 now. And the second one is good as well. And now Coach Levere will call a timeout. So both coaches going into their pockets late in the game here to hope they can will their team to victory here, as the Eagles still with a 9-point advantage. Bruins hoping they can claw their way back into this one. They are running out of real estate. 2 minutes and 26 seconds remaining. We'll see what Coach Levere is going to draw up here. Again, you're not really at the point where you need to start heaving threes. But with the way the Bruins have been able to convert from beyond the arc, I would not be surprised if they went to that strategy more heavily here in the remaining minutes. But the key also is in not just being able to knock down your shots offensively, but you've got to be able to get some stops defensively as well. As again, you credit the Eagles as they have done a great job of remaining poised despite runs. Because there is a tendency to get down and discouraged after you have a couple of threes hit. But they have come right back and come up with some key baskets to, again, prevent the Bruins from having any lead the entirety of this game. Not once. That foul on Menser. That's her second. Team foul number 5, so the Bruins will be in the bonus the rest of the way out. Wilder misses the first. Second one is good, so 1 of 2 back to an 8-point game. 67-59, Bruins applying the full court pressure here. They got the trap they were looking for. The Bruins pass, or the Eagles, pass out of it. Wolford dribbling around again. You can see the strategy of trying to use a lot of clock, especially at this late stage. The Eagles know what the scoreboard reads, and they got a good look that time as Wolford from 3 from the corner, and Torres is going to be called for the over-the-back foul. So after I may have jinxed Torres there, and I apologize. I said, she had only picked up 1 foul, but on back-to-back possessions now has picked up her second and third. So maybe I should just keep my mouth shut, huh? Still a great game for Montse Torres. Senior from San Juan del Rio, Mexico. He's had a great career here with the Eagles. Clark misses the first. And again, with the score being what it is, you have got to knock down those free throws. Second free throw on the way is no good as well. And we're going to have a foul called here on Shea Dickinson.
That foul is number 31, Shea Dickinson, her third, team four.
Bruins are going to have to get stops from here on out. 1 minute, 50 seconds. And again, time starting to slip away for the Bruins as they hope to battle their way back into this one, which would be their second straight South Region loss. Again, they fell to Toccoa Falls earlier this week. And it's going to be poked out of bounds and stays Eagles possession. Menser. Swarmed by two different Bruins, and I think this one's going to be on Clark. No, it's going to be on Shea Dickinson. That's her third, team foul number 5. Both teams in the bonus the remainder of the way.
Checking back in for the Eagles, number 14, Jenna Wolford. Number 4, Kristen Menser at the line for the Eagles, shooting 2.
Menser at the line for 2. Opportunity to essentially ice this one. As again, 1:39 to go. Anything can happen. The Bruins would need a lot of things to bounce their way at this point. Down 8. And particularly with some of the struggles they've had defensively in the late stages here. Beth Clark will take the 3. Off the back iron, no good. Wolford will get the rebound. Gets this one ahead to Menser, trying to go across. Wilder able to intercept the pass. Gets this one ahead, back to Miller, back to Wilder for 3. Got it! Back to a 5-point game. And we have got an injury timeout here on the far side of the court. I did not see what happened at all. It looked to be either on the last offensive sequence or maybe in running in transition, but that is Kristen Menser who went down, and she looks to be in a good deal of pain. Bruins medical training staff attending to her. Big basket from Wilder has cut this lead to 5. But the Bruins are going to need more in the final 1:15 of this game, particularly on the defensive effort. Again, they've come up with some big shots down the stretch, but the Eagles have done a great job in responding to that with big baskets of their own. Again, a reminder, the two men's teams will square off here at the conclusion of this one. Give us about 25 minutes to reset, and we'll be back here from the Davis Fieldhouse for the two men's games. And then, of course, tomorrow we'll have our doubleheader here at the Davis Fieldhouse as well. 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock are the tip-off times against New College of Florida. This one taken away, and we're going to have a foul called. That will send Catherine Skibo to the line. That has got the crowd energized. There's 1:09 to go, and there's a 5-point deficit, and now the opportunity for Skibo to cut it to 3. First one is good. This could cut it to a one-possession game here. Skibo able to hit the second one, 67-64. And now Skibo committing the foul on the ensuing inbound play. And again, both teams in the bonus the rest of the way out, so that's going to send Sky Boy to the line for 2 for the Eagles. So what had been momentum for the Bruins, cutting it to a one-possession game, could be back up to 5. Eagles draw their players back. Second one on the way is up and good. Sky Boyd knocks him down, 69-64. Bruins need another basket. Annie Miller through the lane. Scoop shot is no good. Phelps racing ahead. Back to Wolford. The Eagles can just hold it here and force the Bruins to foul. Really not an opportunity, or the Bruins don't have to foul in this particular situation, but you're going to see that really pressure defense to try to create the steal or the turnover, and it's going to send Wolford to the line once again for the Eagles. Hits the first. The second one is good as well. And that might, and I say might, have been the nail in the coffin. The Bruins are going to need to get some threes in a hurry here as Annie Miller from the top of the key, no good. Dickinson gets the rebound, up and in for 2. Bruins up in the full court press, and the Eagles are going to call a timeout here. I believe that's the final timeout for the Eagles. (71-66). The Eagles are on top. And they have possession as well. Again, an opportunity where the Bruins are going to really try to pressure the ball and try to create that turnover, and if not, you can foul pretty quick and then just hope that the Eagles don't make free throws down the stretch. Offensively, the Bruins are going to have to get quick, high percentage looks. You still don't necessarily have to be shooting threes if you can secure the possession, get it ahead, and get a high percentage look. You'd rather have a for sure 2 than a low percentage 3. But like I said, Bruins going to need a couple of things to bounce their way in the final 30 seconds here of this one. I knew this would be a hard-fought game. These two teams always play each other well. Eagles with the ball. Opportunity to inbound. Sky Boyd. And we're going to have a blocking foul. I believe that's on Wilder.
That foul's number 14, Elaine Wilder, her second team.
It's the second on Wilder, but that will send Boyd to the line. And she has been efficient for the Eagles, especially the last couple of trips to the line. First one is up and good. Make it a 6-point game. Second one on the way and good as well. It's up to a 7-point lead, and now a steal here, and that will probably do it. As Wolford has this one tipped out of bounds by Beth Clark. Eagles have possession here at midcourt. 3-second differential between the shot and game clocks. Back to Wolford. He's going to dribble around here. Back to Torres. Now back to Wolford again. And the Eagles just passing it around to try to draw as much clock as they can. Just a good possession here for the Eagles. Jump shot on the way, no good. That one poked away, and I believe we're going to have a reach-in foul here.
That foul number 15, Beth Clark, her second.
That's on Beth Clark, her second. And that will send the Eagles back to the line for 2 free throws here. Still a hard-fought game for the Bruins, even though they're going to come up short here in this one. Annie Miller takes the 3 from the outside. That won't go. And that will do it for the final buzzer. 74-66. Pensacola jumped out to a 7-point lead and never really looked back. Bruins had clawed their way back into the game several times throughout the contest, but were not able to get it done here at the Davis Fieldhouse as their losing streak to PCC reaches 4, and they lose their second straight game in the South region. Stay tuned. We have the men's game coming up in just about 20-25 minutes. So stay with us here at the Davis Fieldhouse. But for now, that's going to do it for this edition of Bruins basketball. I'm Johnny Gamet saying good night, God bless, and go Bruins.